So dear Panasonic, I know that you have created an absolute legend in the camera world with the GH5, which is what we're shooting this on with right now. By the way, using an SLR Magic 35mm T095 Cine 2 Hyper Prime and the XLR1 audio adapter with an Audio Technica AT897 as a shotgun overhead. But Panasonic, I'm going to ask you one thing. I'm sure it will probably fall on deaf ears, but the Panasonic GH5, even in 2025, is not only one of the greatest tools of the trade ever created, but it's also a very passionate item for me, because I started my film journey on Micro Four Thirds with a GH4, G7, G85, GX85, GX850, and a G9. And then I'm sorry, but as soon as I got my GH5, I jumped ship to full frame. And I got a Canon EOS R and an A7 III by Sony. And now that I've revisited this GH5, I'm reminded of just how close to perfection it really is. And even now that I have this beauty of a GH6, which I absolutely love and adore shooting with, as well as an S1 Mark I, which I love shooting with, I still love to go back to the GH5. But there's really only one thing that is lacking that I wish it could still have. And I believe in you, Panasonic. I believe that you can make this happen through a simple firmware update. I know the GH5 is a dinosaur and you've given up on it a long time ago. And firmware updates for the GH5 are not your concern. But there's one thing I beg and plead that you do to this GH5 through a firmware update. And that's either make that front light a tally light or give us a red box around the screen when we're recording. That's it. That's all. That's all that I ask for. Ideally, I would prefer that white little lamp right there in the front to be a tally light, much like my Fujifilm X-H1 over there. But I'll take anything. Because in the event that we're not using a monitor, there's so many times that shots have gotten missed or messed up due to not having a recording indicator. So if it means that you put a red box around that flippy screen, so be it. But in a perfect world, if I could have anything I want, I'd ask you to make that front lamp on the GH5 a tally light. That's all. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for creating an epic and legendary tool for this trade of filmmaking in the GH5.
Let's deal